This is Jamal Abbott. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm so glad and pumped to be talking to you today because it's been a little while since we've last had our conversation. And the reason why is because I was sick. Wasn't feeling too good, and actually at one point I almost completely lost my voice. I was limited to one or two words per sentence, and I was just not feeling good whatsoever. But this episode isn't going to be about me complaining about how I wasn't feeling well. We're actually going to be talking about the idea of health being wealth. And when I say health is wealth, it's because when you're healthy and you're feeling well, you're able to do all sorts of things that you want to do. So, for instance, if you want to go for a walk, if you want to write that blog post, or if you want to do some activities with your kids or with your friends or family, you're able to do those things because you feel pretty good about it. Now, when I was not feeling so well, I was coughing and I could not think of anything else other than this cough going away. And then when I got to the point to where I could barely speak, I couldn't do anything else. I really wanted to talk to you, but I could not get over the coughing and everything else associated with that. I mean, it was pretty uncomfortable to breathe. And my main focus at that point was just to get better. And then another thing about the health, I'll transition away now from me talking about how I wasn't feeling too well. Another thing about health is when you feel good, you actually have a better outlook about yourself in your life. With this episode, I want to give a shout out to one of my friends, Kiana. And Kiana has been a friend of mine for a long time. We go back to high school knowing one another, and we've stayed connected over social media. And then she put a post out there on Instagram that got me really inspired about this topic about health as well. And she's taking control of her own life by putting in the work. And then when I saw that picture, I wanted to know if she can give us a tip about the importance of our health. And she says that health is the trinity of the mind, body, and spirit, and it shows gratitude to the universe. She also points out that it was important for her to make a statement with her mind and spirit through her physical appearance. And that's powerful. If you're in a good spot mentally, it's going to show on the outer part of your body. One of the things that I did a few years ago to take control of my health is I got tired of feeling lethargic, got tired of being tired and feeling sorry for myself about how I wasn't looking the way that I thought I should be looking in my early 30s. And I had to do something about it. When I got tired of looking at myself in the mirror and the physical state that I was in, I decided that it was time for me to change. Another thing about health is that it drives how you go about taking on the world. So back in the early 2010 time frame, I was in a place where I wasn't feeling good mentally. I was stressed out. I was just in a bad spot altogether. So I wasn't in a good place mentally. My spirit was low, and it showed in the way that I carried myself. And then it even got to the point to where I didn't like how I was looking physically in the mirror, and I decided that enough was enough. I had to do something about this. And one of the tools that I got, and this does not even happen to do with the physical exercise that I had to do, but one of the tools that I got was a book called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And then in that book, it talked about how when you do a small thing and then you do that thing little by little consistently over time, those things add up and then have an effect that can make some lasting impacts on your life. Those little things compound over time, and it can do some wonderful things for you. So when I took that information in, that gave me the motivation and courage that I need to take control of my health. And I did that very thing. I started to exercise. I started to go to the gym consistently. And then little by little, I started to notice some changes in the weight. I started to notice some changes in my physical appearance in the mirror. And then I got to the point to where I was able to lose, 5 pounds at a time, and then 10 pounds over time. And once again, little by little, those decisions and those moves that I made compounded, and then it made a significant impact on my life. When you make an active investment into your health, that's going to lead to the wealth that this life has to offer. When you're healthy on the inside, it reflects on your outer appearance. And then if you're feeling good about how you look, you're going to take some risk in this life. You're going to go after opportunities in this life, and you're just going to make the most out of the opportunities that life has for you. If you're in a good spot mentally, it's going to manifest itself in your relationships and with your interactions with other people. And so that's the reason why we did this episode today about health as wealth. So it's powerful. You have to stay healthy, not only for yourself, but you have to stay healthy for the people that depend on you the most. Whether it's the people on your job, whether it's your kids or your spouse or anybody that has contact with you, they're dependent on you to be the best version of yourself through your health. So I want to challenge you today. If you're not in the place that you want to be with your health, what are some of the small things that you can do today that's going to get you into the right direction? So maybe it's learning how to get a good night's rest, because we know that when you're rested well, your body has the time and the ability to repair itself and then get you ready for functions for the next day. Maybe you do a walk around your office today during your lunch break. Or maybe you, instead of taking the elevator going to work today, you take the stairs instead. Or maybe you do a quick set of push-ups or some jumping jacks. Whatever it takes. I want you to take control of your health. And I'm speaking to myself too, because I'm still on the health journey. This is something that we continuously have to do, continuously have to work upon, because our health is important for us. And if we're not healthy, and if we're not feeling our absolute best, it's not going to allow us to create the wealth that we need, not in a financial sense, but just what the world has to offer for us. And then for the relationships and for all the things that this life is made about. So I want to thank you for your time today. I want to thank you for listening. And I'm so excited that we've been able to connect here today. If you want to give me some feedback on this podcast, let me know. You can reach me at jamal@thephoneguy.com. You can also reach out to me on social media, and I will talk to you soon.